Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 17th to the 23rd of July 2023. We begin the week with a new moon in Cancer at 7:32 p.m. UK time. That's 24 degrees if you want to find that in your chart. And this moon is making a light opposition to Pluto over in Capricorn. And by the end of the week, the Sun will be making a direct opposition. So with Pluto in the mix, we're talking about things coming up from the depths for transmutation, our alchemical power to transmute something from heavy to light, from base to crown. And with the moon in Cancer being a very emotional moon anchored in our subconscious waters, then this could well be a week where we see things coming up that we've possibly had or been holding on to for a long time, coming up for clearance. This lifetime, past lifetimes, or inherited, especially from the mother, because we hold in ourselves not just intuition, but beliefs and experiences, and that emotional residue can build up to the point where we even believe it's us. So lots of releasing and transforming potential here, with not just this new moon, but also the Sun making an opposition to Pluto in Capricorn. Because to find out who we really are, we need to let go of who we're not. And many of our stories and narratives, if repeated enough, become a personality. And if that's believed in, that becomes our view of self. But there is a sense of liberation here. If we ask ourselves, is this truly me? If we're holding on to something, is it mine to hold on to? Has it served? And can I release it? So a very big pull there with the masculine and feminine, the moon and the Sun in Cancer, and Pluto in Capricorn, bringing things up from deep within to be released, leaving us feeling lighter and brighter and more higher self-centered. By Tuesday we have the nodes changing axis for the next 1.5 years to January 2025. We'll see the North Node in Aries opposite the South Node in Libra. So another masculine-feminine axis there. And as we spoke of last week, the North Node in Aries is going to see a push for independence, the individuated, unique consciousness that each one of us is, no longer needing to fall into line, to comply with the group, to fit in. So as we're letting go of what isn't us, there's also an equally strong and fairly long transit working, guiding us towards who we really are, to understand our unique expression, not being afraid to express our uniqueness, and a bit more of a trailblazer energy compared to the last 1.5 years with Taurus North Node opposite Scorpio South Node. So a bit of a climatic shift then. Things are going to get more feisty, a little bit louder with the blazing fire of Aries. And also there's a leadership quality to this, to shine a light that others can follow. And working with the law of vibration, shining our brightest light actually does have an impact on lifting up many others around us. So bravely stepping into and owning our authentic high vibration will be one of the themes of the node in Aries. By the end of the week we have the Sun opposite Pluto, and it's making a square to this node. So here comes the first challenge. It's not really possible to anticipate what that will be for each of us separately, but a passing square there, just for a day, on the 22nd, may have a power play, both Pluto and the node in Aries in the mix. Sense of rebellion, because Aries can be quite forthright and hot-headed, or even carrying on with the transmutation process of the new moon, really setting a command to let go of the past story and raise our energy. And all this is happening on a week where Venus turns retrograde. So we've had since June the 20th up until the 23rd of July, this Sunday, to observe themes coming to our awareness about our personal journey with Venus retrograde in Leo. And on Sunday, Venus will actually turn retrograde, and that phase takes us through to the 3rd of September. So you'll be able to make subtle changes now that you have that awareness, things that have been brought to your attention, things that were seeming to go in a certain direction, can suddenly change. And if we remain observant and heart-centered, we'll know within us what changes truly need to be made. So this does depend on where Leo is in your chart, especially the house, to see which part of your life you can most focus on throughout this phase. So Venus is the heart, Leo the solar plexus. This can very much be about our relationship to self, self-love, self-worth, being centered in the heart, knowing our own empowerment with the solar plexus, improving relationships as we improve our relationship with ourself. But other themes can also be money, creativity, health in some circumstances. So Venus retrograde through to early September, saying go to the heart, be still, be present, feel what's most expansive and empowering. Notice what's the opposite, what's contracting and debilitating. Find the core belief, the core emotion behind whatever your situation is, and make the subtle changes within in order to see those changes make a difference on the outside. So if you'd like to see where this is happening for you, I am available, zoehind7@gmail.com, for readings, coaching, training. I do 1 hour and half-hour sessions, including tarot and numerology as well. I post these videos on my YouTube channel, Zoeastro, and links on Instagram, zoehind7, and Facebook at AstroZo. So a very powerful week, lots of polarities, lots of opposites. The masculine and feminine is particularly highlighted. The outer world seems to fade away a little bit with all of the outer planets being retrograde, and everything seems to be a bit more personal with the inner planets being active, calling us to fine-tune ourselves. So wishing you a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.